Hey guys, we're going to have a look at thumb and finger picking. Now, this is the domain of some really fancy flamenco and classical guitar, so this is not to that caliber by any means, but it's something just to get you started on it. So what we're going to do is think about it we've got our 4 fingers and thumb, right? Thumb's going to cover our top 2 strings, all right? The 4 fingers will cover the bottom 4 strings. So, and you just pull them like a little bit like a trigger. You're not trying to lift your hand too much, just really subtle little movements. All right. Now, the thing that's great about this is you can actually play around with chords a little bit more. So we could just do it sequentially. So let's go ascending, descend. All right, nice. But the really cool thing is you can actually mix it up a little bit and change around the order. So when you're strumming, it's very much in an order, whereas with this, you can mix it up. What's really interesting though is you can actually go off your bass note here, the root note, and play with some of the intervals that exist within a chord. So say if I kick off with that, that's actually just my A string and G, but what's happened there is I've actually hit the octave. Very strong, but very linear. It's one sound. Now, if I change it to the 5th, it gets a bit different. Very crisp. Now you can hit the other 5th. So that 5th has a high sound to it, still very crisp. Now the real colour comes in when you use the 3rd. So this one. Alright, so that gives you an idea of how you can use finger picking to actually play around with your chord and manipulate it a bit. So now what we want to look at is how you use your thumb. Now a fantastic trick with this is to use your thumb to run a bass line. So we can hold a melody with these fingers and then use your thumb for the bass line. So we'll just run with a lot of those harmonic chords you may have done earlier. So that's your C, A7, G, F sharp. You've got a B in there as well. Alright, so sticking with those because we know we've got something here. Alright, I'm going to start with my A7th. It's going to be a suspended one, so it keeps it nice and neutral. So we've got... Alright, so let's just do a pick with all 4. Running up that bass line there, it's just alright, so now we can also then throw in the ones up the top, so I'm going to go with a key of G or E minor on this just because it's kind of cool. nice bit of fun, happiness. Now, if we want to play around with our finger picking though, this is where it really comes to life. So we're going to go with a bit of a pattern. So first part, that's our A, D, G, D. Then we're going to run down from the B. Alright, so that'll be B, G, D, G. Alright. First part. Second part. Now, give yourself a bit of time to practice it. Look, the best thing with this is if you do slip out a little bit, it still sounds good. So we'll have a go with that. And then we're going to throw in a C, back to a B. And you start to hear it's really quite nice. Cool, hey? Throw in a couple of extra notes here. Alright, just a little short one. And bring it back together. So now that gives you an idea how you can use this thumb and finger picking, develop a melody, run a bass line, and then all of a sudden you've got something sounding really good. We're going to leave this one here. I'll see you next time.